Hi, I'm Sharmaine. Welcome to Curiosity Over Fear, where we have the difficult conversations about overcoming fear with courage and curiosity. So, whether you're looking to change something with your career or just everyday life, I invite you to join me on this journey to be less fearful and more daring. I was having such a hard time figuring out what to talk about on this week's episode. I had a really good thought that I wanted to share while I was driving, but it eluded me as I didn't do my due diligence and write it out or at least put it in a voice note. Then I remembered something I posted this week. If you follow me on Instagram or TikTok, you probably already saw it. It was two images side by side. The top one was a dark, foggy mountain, one tiny figure standing at the bottom, a flag at the top, and nothing but this heavy, impossible looking climb in between. And it said, "What fear tells you it looks like." And then the bottom image was the same mountain, same starting point, same flag at the top. But this time the path was winding, rolling hills with little dips and climbs. And along the way, there were small labels: the hard question, sitting with it, the ugly cry, the old story. And something shifted. I see it now. Who am I becoming? And it said, what curiosity reveals it actually is. For me, that image was a reminder that the path I'm on right now, the one that feels messy and inconsistent, like I'm not making any progress, that it looks exactly like the bottom image, not the top, the windy one, the one with the ugly cry built right into the route. And here's why I'm telling you this. A few weeks ago, I told you guys that I was doing a 90-day journaling challenge. I talked about it on here. I told you I was committed. I told you writing every day was going to make me a better speaker, a better creator, a better version of myself. And then I missed a day. And then I missed another one. And then I restarted at day one. And I got to day three. And then missed another day. And I restarted again. And it's been a cycle. And on top of that, I also almost didn't record this episode today because of it. Because who am I to talk about growth and consistency and showing up for yourself when I can't even make it past day three of my own challenge? That felt like a really important question to sit with. And what came out of it is what I want to talk to you about today. Here's what I think we get wrong about consistency: we treat it like a streak, like something to protect, and the second we break it, it's over. We're back to zero. We're a person who tried and failed. We're someone who talks about growth but doesn't actually do the work. And that story, the one we tell ourselves the second we miss the day, that story is doing so much damage because it takes one missed day and turns it into a character verdict. Like, missing a day of journaling means you're fundamentally someone who doesn't follow through. That is not what it means. Here's what I've been thinking about instead. Every single time I pick that journal back up, after missing a day, after restarting, after feeling guilty and a little embarrassed, I made a choice. I chose myself again. Not for the first time, again. For the third time, for the fourth time. Each time I came back was its own act of commitment. And what if it's actually harder than the streak? What if the person who never missed a day didn't have to make that choice as many times as I did because they got momentum on their side? And I had to choose over and over without momentum, without the satisfaction of a growing number, just the choice. That reframe changed something for me because I think most of us are living in that gap, the gap between who we said we'd be and who we are actually showing up as right now. And that gap feels like failure. It feels like proof that we're not cut out for this, whatever this is for you, the challenge, the habit, the version of yourself that you've been trying to become. But I want to offer you a different way to look at it. The gap isn't proof that you failed. The gap is where the growth is actually happening. You just can't feel it yet. Think about it. You don't feel your muscles grow while you're at the gym. You feel the burn. You feel tired. You feel like you might not have done enough, might not be doing it right, might be wasting your time. But the growth comes later, quietly, when you're not even looking. And you only know it happened because you keep showing up, and one day something that used to be hard isn't hard anymore. Growth doesn't feel like growth while it's happening. It feels like resistance. It feels like inconsistency. It feels like restarting at day one for the third time. And I'm not just talking about journaling. I'm talking about the relationship you're trying to heal, the habit you keep restarting, the dream you keep almost starting. Whatever your gap is, it probably looks like that dark mountain too. But I promise you, it's the winding path. It looks like the ugly cry on that winding path. Not the dark mountain, the winding path. What gap are you pretending is a dark mountain right now? Because I'm still in it. Day 3, again. And I recorded this episode anyway. Because I think that's the whole point. You don't have to have it figured out to show up. You don't have to be on day 47 of an unbroken streak to have something worth being proud of. You just have to keep picking it back up. So, wherever you are right now, whether you're in a gap or whether you're restarting, whether you're on day 1 for the 4th time, that counts. The fact that you keep trying is not a small thing, it's actually the whole thing. If you enjoyed this podcast, please make sure to leave me a review so that I can send you a free Curiosity Over Fear sticker. Then after writing the review, claim your free gift by taking a screenshot and sending it to me via direct message on Instagram at Curiosity Over Fear. Thank you for joining me this week on Curiosity Over Fear. If you haven't already, subscribe so you can get a reminder to tune in every other Thursday for new episodes. And remember, always ask yourself, what would be possible if you led with courage and curiosity?